Happy weekend. It's time for the Cleveland Cutting Board Shop Weekend Update. Weekly Shop Weekend Update. It is been another productive week. Actually, a really productive week. First of all, I want to apologize for not having a video last weekend. My Dana and I went out to the east side of Cleveland to a steak fry, and the plan was to be back Sunday morning after wake up out there Sunday, have breakfast, come back and work in the shop, and then do a video then, and then get it out quick. Well, that didn't happen. Somebody drank a little too much and wasn't really feeling too great when they got back, and pretty much laid on the patio and drank water all day. So I'll let you guess who that was. So I did hit the ground hard on Monday after work, after my day job. I got all kinds of stuff done the last 2 weeks. I got the big Maple View drive countertop installed. That went great. I got the wall clock done. I think I put a little video up of the walnut wavy wall clock. That got done. I got a lot done. I got cutting boards shipped out to, one went to Texas, one went to Rhode Island, one to Texas, and a couple local ones in Ohio got shipped out. I got some other boards glued up. This one is almost done. This is I take all the offcuts. I have a whole, I save all my offcuts, and I glue, every now and then I go through them, but this one I've been working on for a while, but I finally got some sanding done on it. This is just cherry and walnut and maple and sapele with a cherry border and walnut border outside that. This one's almost done. This will be up for sale probably next week or two. I got this little guy. This is all done, almost done. I've got to do some more sanding on it. You can see it's just been rough sanded. Little charcuterie board, walnut with the resin. I got to edge it and sand. That'll be done. I've got this big guy here. This is a monster. This is probably 18 by 18 at least. This is sapele and maple with a walnut border. Hopefully I'll have this one done next week or two and get it up on the site for sale. I've got a hard maple ingrain. I don't make a lot of these, but when I do, they go fast. It's a 3-day process, so I'll have this one done. I still got some more sanding to do. This ingrain, you just got to sand it and sand it. It's a little bit more material than the same size as edge grain, but it's 3 times the work. You have to glue it and cut it twice, but just the sanding. I have a real good sander, but still, man, you got to sand this over and over again to get a decent finish on it. So hopefully I have that done this week. Last Saturday, I delivered 9 to one of my good customers. Got those. I was delivering cutting boards all day Saturday before we went to the east side. This is just about wrapped up, the flag box. This is an ash. This is for my buddy Mike Neff. Hopefully have this done this week. I got the back cut, and then it's got to get that fitted up, and then get a piece of glass cut inside there. But this will have to be done hopefully by the end of this week, next week for sure. So that'd be for my buddy Mike. Got some charcuterie boards done for different customers. Got a couple extra charcuterie boards done. Some hickory. I made, whenever someone orders 3 or 4, I usually make 5 or 6. So this will be an extra one. This is hickory. It's a smaller one, but it's nice and long. This is great for a small, another hickory board. Both offcuts left over from bigger orders. So got that done. The Pineview table, not Pineview, I keep saying Pineview. The Route 60 house countertops, the U-shaped countertops. I got one of the pieces done. The other side is almost done, and right here I just glued up. This is the long piece. I think this is 117 inches, almost 118 inches long, so however that is. Then they have a farmer's sink, so I went over there yesterday, did the final dimensions. Now the cabinets are in, the sink is in, so I measured for that. That's going to be done, I think by Friday, Saturday, be ready to install next weekend. Actually, they're going to town next weekend, so they're already installed early next week. So got that taken care of. I got a couple wedding gifts done. Wedding gift season is right now, so remember I need at least 2 weeks for wedding gifts, so it'd be a cutting board or a sign. But did a really cool sign for my buddy Kevin. A friend of his is getting married, so I put their name on it. The established 2022, and they're big Buckeyes fans, so he put the Buckeye logo on there. I did a video on the workbench. I posted that video Saturday morning. I redid my workbench. Every year my workbench, it gets built up, all the glue and the dings and the scratches from the chisels and cutting on it. So every year I take it, I sand it down, and I re-oil it. This year I took my new tool, a Shaper Origin, which is a really cool tool. It's basically a router that you move by hand, but there's a computer that controls the spindle. So no matter how you move the router, the spindle does its own thing based on the design. Watch that video. It's on YouTube. It's linked on here as well. So yeah, check that out. It's a really cool tool. A lot of great possibilities. I've been using it for putting bow ties in. I got the CNC machine, but it's only 2 feet wide, only 3 feet long, so I'm really limited by what I can do. So when I have a big table, I can actually go to that, or if someone wants the logo on their existing table or something like that. I got a guy called me about wanting his logo added to his conference table, so I'm gonna go meet with him this week, so I can go on site, lay it all out, and then do a perfect design right there. Stuff you could never do free-handed. So I got that tool up and running. I've had it for a few weeks now, and I finally had time to dig into it and read about it, and been doing some practicing. So on this countertop, there's some couple cracks and some splits, and even on the Mapleview countertop I just did, there was some cracks that I went through and did the bow ties in to help stabilize those cracks. So that was a real good project. I got some. I did a bunch of these guys. These are the cigar holders. There's a bullet that goes in here, a brace. I go back to my gun range, pull out the brass, the casings, and this will go in here. Cigar sits on here, and you put your cigar out. So I just did a bunch of these, and I made a couple extras. So this will be done. I think I got 2 or 3 of these left over, and I've got 1 of the USMC ones left over. I think I did 14 or 16 for a customer who ordered. My buddy down in Columbus ordered them. So I have 1 left of the USMC, then I think I got 2 left of the plain ones. So those will be ready. Left over from the Father's Day. Wine toppers. These are the ones that go on top of the wine bottle and your glasses hang upside down. I had someone order 5. I got 2 left in the walnut. So then a couple more trays. This is a little walnut tray. I got 3 or 4 of these. I get the leather inserts. So these are all the little things I do. Like I just finished this countertop here. I glued it up, and so I'm kind of dead in the water. So I work on the little stuff when that comes in. What else? The shop is trashed. It's pretty bad. I had a guy that was supposed to come in and start working on Thursday, but his kid got sick, so he couldn't make it out. I have another kid, high school, a really good kid that just graduated high school. He's starting Lorain Community College in the fall, was looking for work over the summer. So he's actually getting his license this week. So he and I are going to talk about him coming out on Saturdays, just to help clean and do little stuff. You know, I have a lot of people that don't understand. Like I'm not. If you're here for a few months and once you've been working for a while, then I'll take time to teach you stuff. But until I know you're going to be here, I've learned in the past. I'll take all this time. I'll hire somebody. I'll teach them all these things, and after a month, they quit. I'm just wasted time. So once someone hangs out and then actually shows interest and they've worked, and then I'll go from there. Yeah. So. Shop is trashed. It's one of those things where I got to take time and clean it, but I'd rather be working. I don't like cleaning. I just want to work and make stuff. So it's getting to be a hazard, trip hazard around here. So I got plenty of wood. Dana's burn barrel for the burn pit over there is packed full. So yeah, so I'll be cleaning up. If anybody wants some, this is all good stuff. It's just offcuts I can't use for anything. So if anybody's interested and wants to come out here and pick it up, they're more than welcome. I'm going through about 100 gallons of sawdust a week. So if anybody needs sawdust for garden beds or something like that, let me know. It's got walnut in it, so it's not good for animal like horse pens or horse stables. But if you want something that's good for like a path or something like that, the one guy that used to come get it had a path through the woods and he would use it for that. So it's good for that. It's also really good for absorbing like oil. So if you have a wood shop, my buddy Chris and Dallas, they were taking it, using it in their shop to absorb stuff. So it's good for that. What else I do? I'm also started a big project. A buddy of mine, I'm very jealous. He went and did the Band of Brothers tour over in France and went to all the beaches of Normandy and all 5 beaches and got sand from each one. So I'm making them a real nice display case. It's going to have hickory, which is like a hickory. This is hickory. It's this color here. So it's kind of the mimic sand, and above it's going to be a live edge with a blue that represents the waters. So I'm going to do a little display with some engraving that names off each beach with a quote he wants on there. So I started that project this week. So yeah, so I actually have the sand. If you're a World War II geek like I am or a history nerd, it's just so cool. You know, so he got to go see that, and I actually FaceTimed him once when he was there and in that whole area. I've been to France, but not that area, so I'm looking forward to go back and check it out. So I got that project going on. So part of my update every Sunday, I'm going to do a little segment I call Stupid Shit People Say to Small Business Owners. This past week, this is true, a guy asked me if I could cut a sheet of plywood for him into 4 pieces. Didn't know the guy, called me up. I said, yeah, you know, my shop rate's $75 an hour. He goes, well, I just need 4 cuts. I go, that's fine, it'd be $75. Well, it'll only take a few minutes. But you don't understand, I got to stop what I'm doing, clear off my table saw, set up my shop, make room, put everything I'm working on the side, have you come in, assuming you're gonna be here on time, cut it and give it back to you. And he goes, well, can I use your saw and do it myself? One, no. And two, go buy your own saw. Or go buy, I told him, I said, go buy a circular saw and make a track saw. And go get a circular and a straight edge. Go do it yourself. I just don't think it's good business to not work with your customers. You're not a freaking customer. You never bought, I don't know who you are. So when you think about those small little things that's just easy for someone to do, reality is it's not that easy sometimes. If it's something quick, like if a friend or an existing customer wanted me to chop something up real quick on my chop saw, sure, come over, I do it all the time. But if you're a new customer and you want me to stop what I'm doing and spend, it'd probably been a half an hour's worth of work, 40 minutes maybe, to clear everything off, sheet ply was not easy to cut down. I would have had to get my track saw out, cut it, and then go from there to the table saw. It'd been 45 minutes, 30 minutes for sure. It's not about the money, it's just about people who want something for nothing. Go buy a saw. In fact, Home Depot a lot of times will cut it for you, but for whatever reason, this guy had a piece of plywood he wanted me to cut for free. So keep that in mind. Cutting boards right now, I do have some cutting boards in stock. I have a couple hard maple edge grain. I'm always trying to have at least 3 or 4 of those in stock. So I got 1 or 2, I got 2 there, and I got some walnut over there that I'm gluing up. I had someone order a walnut end grain board, so I made 2. So I have some of that in stock. And then I said I've got materials. So furniture and everything is end of the year. So once I'm finished at this table, then I'm working on a Sapele bar top for the party boat I mentioned last video. I'm gonna start that probably midweek, get that going, and then they want me to make benches also. I got the material for the top. I'm hoping I have enough for the benches and not to go pick up more. And then from there, I'm going right into the historic home arch white oak door. I'm really looking forward to that. And then from that, right into my buddy Dustin's dining room table and American Cherry. Hopefully he and I'll get together here next week, go over his house, come up with the design, drink some of his bourbon, and then get started on that project. So right now it's looking fall, early winter before I can start anything else. Still taking orders, but if you want something, you gotta be patient with it. So I did look at 2 buildings again in the last 2 weeks. Neither ones would work. One was a zoning issue, and one just wasn't. It was just an empty shell. It was a pole bar with no electric, dirt floors, and very misleading on the description of the building. So anyway, I've talked long enough. I gotta go do some yard work, and the pool's calling me. So have a great week. And if you need anything, give me a call, shoot me a text or an email. And be sure to check out that latest video on the worktop, the bench worktop engraving thing I did. So have a great week. It's like 100 degrees in the shop. I don't want to be here no more, so much better. Cheers, catch you guys next time.